what my roommate Wildcat, he said, I love that introduction to your show. He said, that's great. He says, did you think that up? I said, no, we had a different one, and I didn't want to change. I said, Wildcat came and said, just listen to it. I know you're going to say no. Just listen to it. If you don't like it, we won't do it.
And I got another one, but you won't let me do it.
We're not changing it. So I listened to it, and I said, I love it. Let's stay with it. Tradition, baby. Tradition.
Did you hear about that? People are making money all kinds of ways with this new betting stuff and everything like that. Did you hear about the kid who started his own business? And what he does is he's tying shoelaces.
What?
It's a not-for-profit.
Good job. Good job, man.
Do I get it all right on that one?
Did you get it out of your system?
Good, baby. All right, we got to Kyle Bannon. Good morning, Kyle.
Good morning, Coach. How you doing today?
I am doing good. How's your mom and dad doing?
Doing great. Enjoying retirement.
How's your podcast doing? Everything good? Did you have all of them on this week?
Yeah, it's doing really good.
Anybody shoot each other? Everybody good?
No. It was real cordial. A lot of rivalry going on this week. You know, we had Coach Jeremy Brown and Coach Albert Floyd.
Good.
Bay's homecoming. They're playing Rutherford, and then we had Coach Trent Edwards from North Bay Haven. You know, Bucks versus Bucks. We had Coach KP and Trey stop by. And then we also had Coach Tanner Jones, which we're about to have him on here shortly. They're playing it's going to be a tough matchup, but they're playing at home. They're playing against Baker. Baker's undefeated right now. We dived into it, and it was a good show. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Buzzsprout.
Jim Bob, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
And Jason is on his way, I hope. Anybody heard from Jason? Jason, get up here.
I'm looking at the security cameras.
He's on his way. Or maybe still La La Land. I don't know. Hope he's still on his way.
No telling.
All right, we got Coach Tanner Jones, the Taco Bell Port St. Joe update. And if Walcott ever gets call him.
I had to tell my joke. That's more important than this.
You know, you talking about betting. Now that we talked about this yesterday, they're going to let the athletes bet, and I already said that you're going to see kids that have got money for the first time in their life, and they're going to lose every penny they got.
Oh, no question.
Every penny they got.
No
100%.
No question.
I don't get it.
Did you see what happened yesterday with the 31 indictments?
Right.
Oh, yeah. Talk about it.
Well, Cash Patel, man, he's not playing, especially when...
you know what, though? Hey, let's don't go after the NBA players. Let's go after the politicians. Let's take care of what they do.
Yeah.
I don't care about that. I really don't care about the NBA and what they're doing again. Go get the politicians that ruin this country. That's what I want them to do. That's just me.
Well, the Cash Patel was, they released a statement that they went after a substantial amount of guys that were using their influence for this illegal bet and everything. It was tied in with the La Cosa Nostra mob ties and all that stuff. Chauncey Billups, MVP, world champion basketball player.
Didn't they have the cards even marked or something?
Yeah, the card, somehow they were marked and I don't know.
It's crazy.
X-ray app on the phone, and then you could have it transmit signals to your headset via Bluetooth. And
can you believe that? Yeah, we're talking one. I think one of them, I don't know. Somebody told me
like $13 million.
One hand was $1 point something million.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I mean, that's nuts to me.
And like we talked about before the show, if professional athletes, when we're making millions of dollars already, are still tempted to do this, what is it going to be with an 18-year-old who's finally has some NIL money in his pocket?
It's gone. They're going to lose it.
You know it's going to happen. Yeah. It's insanity.
Yeah, and
the whole world lost its mind.
And you don't think they're going to bet on college? Come on. You know good and well they're going to.
Not just that, but, I mean, as soon as you get a little coin in your pocket, that's when the parasites come out.
Absolutely.
No question.
Taking advantage of you.
You're right.
I wouldn't know because I've never had a little coin.
When I get that coin in my pocket, I'll let you know.
We got Coach. All right, let's bring him on. Right, hey, all you Tiger Sharks down there in Tiger Shark land, you better get out to Taco Bell. They got DoorDash. They got breakfast, lunch, and dinner before the game, after the game. Taco Bell, 3 wonderful locations in Panama City Beach, Callaway, and, of course, the main one down in Port St. Joe. They love Coach. Coach loves them. A great pair, says the Bear. Let's bring him on right now. Coach Jones, how are you doing, sir?
Coach Jones.
Oh, wait a minute, Coach Jones. Wait, don't say a word yet. What do they say? What's Lorelei Layton say? Go Tiger Sharks. Now you can talk. Go ahead.
Well, Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. You got a
How are
cupcake.
y'all?
You scheduled a cupcake this week, didn't you?
Cupcake to end it.
That's right. Yep. I'm telling you, we're gonna fire whoever did all this scheduling.
Yeah. Good luck with that. I don't think they'll ever let him go.
I hope not. Golly, I like him. Woo! Wishing
Coach-
I was about 6'8", 6'9", and playing basketball right now.
Coach Jones, give us an
They do
update on the rural standings. Where do you stand in all this? So just because it's always kind of confusing, where are you with the playoffs and who's what and where and the whole shebang?
We are sitting at number 16, looking to play IMG Red up there in Bluntstown,
Oh.
round 1.
Goodness.
Golly. And
Goodness
you got
gracious.
Baker this week.
Yeah,
And you
Baker.
got Baker
We got
this
Baker.
week.
Baker's number
9-0.
4. Yeah.
Wow.
9-0 Baker coming to town for the first time, I think, ever. I don't think Baker's ever played in St. Joe.
All right, well, give us this. Go back. What happened last week? Give us names, then we'll jump into this one.
Oh, we won last week. Y'all didn't hear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye week, remember?
That's right. What'd you do?
Yeah, it was a bye
Were you-
week.
It was undefeated.
We got healthy.
I hope you had a good time at Taco Bell. I know you're down there a lot.
Oh, yeah, I'll get me old steak quesadilla in a heartbeat.
All right.
No, sir. Last week we kind of just fine-tuned some things and tried to get healthy, make sure our running backs were healthy and linemen. We didn't lose anybody. So that was a win.
Well, all right. Well, give us a scout report on. I know he came back for a reason. I think he knew he had a pretty good ball club. Talk about his team, what they do offensively, what they do defensively. You there?
Hello?
Well, okay. What'd you do now?
Coach,
I
you
hear
there?
you now.
All right, there
Yes,
you are.
sir.
Give us a scout report.
Yeah,
on
what are we going to do
Baker.
to stop, what's that quarterback's name? Justin Baldwin?
Hey, that guy is the real deal. I mean, how long has it been since y'all saw a really good quarterback also be a dominant middle linebacker? I mean, that's some
Wow.
old school football.
Yeah.
Guess so.
And
What's our
and
plans
he
to
played,
stop him?
Pray.
Try and get everybody to hit him. I mean, he throws the ball really well, but he's so impressive just throwing at weird angles, really strong arm, very accurate down the field. But defensively, man, whenever he blitzes, it's all 190 pounds, and he's going to unload it on somebody. It's I texted Coach Brunson about 2 days ago. It's like, Coach, I'm a huge fan of your quarterback. Never met him, but that guy, watching him on film, he is impressive.
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous. I told my lineman, I said, if y'all see him coming, don't even block the D lineman. You block him first. We'll try and get away from that big guy up front.
Yeah, and he's got those two receivers, Wyatt Strait and Riley Renfro, two
Yep.
weapons right there.
He does. Now, the Renfro kid didn't play against Freeport. He's, that's the big 6'3", 6'4" kid he has.
Yeah.
And now he's really good. Now, he also plays middle linebacker. So him and the quarterback switch on and off.
Okay.
But,
okay.
But if you've never seen Baker play or familiar with Coach Brunson, the teams that Coach Brunson puts on the field on Friday night are some of the most just aggressive, tenacity. I mean, those guys just get after it. And they are all go and no stop, and they're a lot of fun to watch.
And they're usually
Not-
really
not even fun to
strong.
play.
Yeah. What's the game? What are you
Yeah.
going to do? What do you do? You try to play takeaway? What do you do?
I think if you play so offensively, they're going to run old school, just power counter, and then they're going to do it again for another 14 plays. They don't get bored with the details. They stay true to their game. So for us, we got to stop them first. I mean, that's going to be the main thing is stop them. They're going to run the clock anyways. So when we get the ball, we've got to take our chances. I mean, we're going to have to, at some point, I've got to quit calling safe games and being conservative and start trying to score. Really score. Not just, hey, let's get 3 here and 5 here and manage the game.
Yeah.
Let's go after it. Let's put the ball downfield. Let's get our guys one-on-one, because we're going to get one-on-one coverage with the defense they play. If you got 5 offensive linemen, they got 6. They got 6 guys coming. Your running back stays in the box. They're blitzing a linebacker. They're bringing 7 now. quarterback's got to get rid of it fast, but it leaves you that one-on-one where one missed tackle and you're off to the races. And we got to get our guys in space and hopefully make them miss some tackles and do something different.
How's practice gone this week, Coach?
Probably the worst thing ever. Monday was unbelievable. Tuesday was unbelievable. Wednesday was unbelievable. Yesterday, we probably had our best walkthrough. We put 4 really good days together, which only means day 5 is going to be bad.
Well,
So I'm a nervous wreck. I was thinking I got to find something to yell about, get upset with somebody.
yeah.
And no, it was one of those. We had a great week. Last week was a great week. We put 2 good weeks together, and I'm just hoping it doesn't come crashing down all of a sudden at 7:30.
Now, you were talking about the playoffs and stuff like that. So next week, you got Destin. So these 2 games, don't every one of the games count if you get a home way?
Yeah.
So you really don't know what's going to happen in 2 weeks, right?
No, sir. I mean, I think a win tonight for us would pretty much solidify that we're in that A bracket, and we're going to be traveling somewhere to. I don't think we're not going to go any higher up than like 12 probably. So we're going to play one of the top 4 teams, top 5 on the road, week 1 in the playoffs. If with a win. Now with a loss, I think we're 100%. We're in the B bracket. We're playing the FIT, and we're going to host a home game that first round.
Hey, let me ask you something. Do you guys ever get together and go talk to the ADs and get the ADs go talk to the superintendents and go, look, let's go back the old way. Let's go to district champs or a home game if
Oh,
the winner,
my
and the runner-up goes. Why don't we change? It wasn't broke. Why don't we change things like we do? Where's the money going? Where is the max prep money going to? Why did we go to this crazy system that nobody understands? And can't the coaches get together? Or do they like this? Maybe some down south like this. I don't know.
So I thought when they went to the Metro Suburban deal, I thought that system worked really well. I thought that one, because rural football stayed the same. We were going, your traditional rural team since, 2011 stayed the same. But I thought it was really good and very competitive for your suburban 2As and 3As, 4As. They weren't having to go play Miami. They weren't having to play Chaminade. Those Trinity Christian, those teams. And, but the problem is FHSA is wanting to take that rural number, and right now it's the 600. If you're under 600 students, you can get in rural if you're deemed a rural community, right, county. But they're about to move that number to 690 because they want to expand rural to 40 teams.
And they make more money. Yeah.
They do that, and they've expanded this FIT, this B bracket, for all classifications now.
Yeah.
But if they go to that 690 number, I don't see where schools with 200 students, like Monticello's got 184 students. Monticello struggles to play in rural as it is. They're dang sure not going to go try and play a team with 700 kids.
Right. That's crazy.
And again, you take teams that are 2A and 3A and they're average or even just a little bit below average. You put them in the rural classification with some of these schools, again, that have less than 200 students. They're going to be really good.
Yeah.
They can be competitive in rural. Just because you're a 3 and 7 6A school, your classification you may not be great, but you're probably a really good 1A school or rural school.
Yeah,
no question.
Well, Coach,
they're just making it tougher and tougher, and the top 4 or 5 teams in rural are as good as anybody, I believe.
Well, listen, man.
Charlestown can play with anybody. Madison play with anybody.
Oh, absolutely.
Anybody.
Yep.
We have run out of time. We got to get Coach Pettis on here. Good luck to you. We will talk to you next Friday, okay?
Coach Jones.
Yes,
Go get
sir.
him.
Go Tiger Sharks. All right, we got 2 wonderful sponsors in here. Kyle, tell everybody what you do, what's the name of your company, and how they get up with you.
Name of the company is TK Vandy. We're a general contractor, and we specialize in roofing construction. You can get a hold of us at 866-9908. Visit us at tkvandy.com. We can help you out with any of your insurance. If a hailstorm comes through, you get damage like that, we can assess it, work with you through the insurance company. Hail, H-A-L-E storm. Just give us a shout, 866-9908.
And speaking of a legend, Max Fit Sports Nutrition, do you want to feel better, look better? Sure you do. Jason, where are you located? And I'd encourage you to get up with Jason if you can. Wherever store he's at, call, make an appointment.
I just got some peptides from him last week, or before I went to Honduras.
Brian Norton's going to get the baseball team down there, I think, sooner or later, and get on that. What's the best way to get up? Where are you at? Where are you located?
Yeah, we're on 23rd Street in the Del Coronado Village. We got an InBody 570, which kind of tracks results, gives us your body composition. We have a free sample bar at both locations, certified sports nutritionists on staff. Come down, utilize the free sample bar, try out our products for free. You don't have to buy anything to try them out. So we got a lot of good proteins, pre-workouts, intra-workouts, a lot of good stuff right now for hydration. But we're located in Pier Park North next to Dick's Sporting Goods and on 23rd Street. I'll be on 23rd Street today, 10 to 4. If you want to come in and talk to me and get some advice, just sit down, grab some free samples. I'll be there till 4 o'clock.
Does that equipment tell you how you identify? Like, I identify as a fat.
Oh, yes.
Tell me that.
It tells me to get off, please.
Yeah, get off. I'm dying here. Yeah. I'm dying.
Too much weight.
Yeah, great.
TMW.
Hey, I'll tell you what, you worried about this cold weather's coming. Sooner or later it's going to get here. You got Stevenson Air Conditioning. You don't have anything to worry about. Locals taking care of locals. The guy's incredible. Graduated from Mosley High School. Here's the key word, the most honest guy out there, the most honest businessman I know. They'll be there anytime, day or night. They tell you they're going to do something. They do it. They show up on time. They do incredible work. Get it serviced. Your power bill will go down. You will cut it down, I guarantee you. Get a new one, you're going to cut it in half. If you got an old one, get rid of it. It'll pay for itself over a period of time. Jason's got 2 of them. Chad Mitchell, I've got one. They are the best. Don't go national. Go Stevenson Air Conditioning. All you people in the Panhandle of Florida, listen to me. I'm telling you. Go Stevenson Air Conditioning. You'll be glad you did. They are incredible. Also, the legendary Jay Michaels. We were there last night. We saw the legend himself there. Yesterday was the cheeseburgers, man. They were awesome. I mean, they got the best burgers around on Panama City Beach. Anywhere, really. Best seafood, ice cold beer. Today's special, crisp fish. It is a grilled fish over bed of rice, special sauce, peppers, onions. It's incredible. Go check it. And it's healthy. It's healthy for you. The legendary Jay Michaels. Now, if you're over in Lynn Haven, you're in Lynn Haven. There's only one place to go to eat. That's Pat Perno, the city commissioner over there. The guy's incredible. The mayor, the future mayor, I hope. The guy's incredible.
No traffic, plenty of parking.
Great food.
Onion rings.
Great service.
Smiles everywhere.
What's the key word? Lynn Haven, Beef O'Grady's.
Beef O'Grady's.
And you're already over there, Wildcat. Let's go see Russ and Amber.
Go see him. 62 days till Christmas.
62, 61.
So it's getting close. So
60.
So I don't know.
59.
I'm stuck.
When we get back, we got
David
Coach
Adamson, designer
Pettis.
jewelry. 8:30. Highway 70.
Call Coach Pettis. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Only 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida could bring sports fans like you an app this powerful. The sports content you crave is always on. Live stream us everywhere you go. Now with upgraded programming and live game schedules, you'll always know when the Atlanta Braves and your favorite games are playing. Plus, interact with our local hosts in real time and so much more. The new app for the sports fanatic is available at the Apple Store and Google Play. From 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Friday's weather. This afternoon and evening there will be a gentle breeze out of the east, sunshine and 82. Mostly clear skies tonight, cooler at 63. Tomorrow, partly sunny and a moderate breeze right around 13 miles per hour with a high of 80. About the same at 79 Sunday, and we'll have a mixture of some clouds and light sprinkles. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Strap in, Duval. The Jaguars are gearing up to face the Los Angeles Chargers Sunday, November 16th for our annual Salute to Service game. Join us as we honor and celebrate the brave men and women of our military all game long. Secure your seats now and be a part of the action by visiting jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. Let's stand together, Duval.
Hewitt Tire and Auto has been in business in Panama City forever. Locals taking care of locals. From the smallest to the largest vehicles, they do it all. But don't take my word for it. Listen to the experts.
Hewitt Tire and Auto, your certified AAA service center and hometown towing. Visit them online at HewittTire.com on Airport Road in Panama City. 850-769-7323. Hewitt Tire and Auto Center and hometown towing.
He's a 10-foot-tall, barrel-chested beast man who showers in vodka and feeds his baby shrimp scampi.
Kind of a big deal.
Please welcome.
King don't hurt.
Live and local from the J. Michaels studio, the Coach James Hale Show, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
We're back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. It is high school football Friday. Congratulations to Mosley Dolphins. Man, they blew away Guthries last night. What was the halftime? 40-something?
Oh, yeah. It was over 40 points by halftime.
Yeah,
I mean, they pulled.
Did you call that one?
Yeah, no, I didn't call that one. But they, Tommy Joe pulled the starters in the beginning of the second quarter and let the second string and the sixth quarter guys get in there.
Our two powerhouse schools are in the playoffs. Mosley, Bay. I think we're getting ready to add another powerhouse program to the playoffs.
I think so.
We shall see it. We'll know in a minute.
Coach
we'll know
KP?
tonight. Yeah. Let's bring Coach Pettis on. Coach, great job this year. First year at Bozeman. You're playing for a championship. Great job, man. Talk about the kids. Give them a little love. And talk about last week's game.
Well, last week, again, when you're dealing with playing a bunch of athletes, you kind of got different game plans, and so we just thought that the best thing for us to do was kind of play keep away from Jaleel and just keep him on the, keep their offense on the sideline, and we did that pretty well. Our defense, again, played good. I'm not ready to give them an A. I know Kyle thinks everybody gets an A. He's one of those guys.
Oh, don't even start with me, KP. This ain't everyone gets a trophy, participation
everybody
trophy.
Gets a trophy. Hey, he's a kicker. So, anyway, but I thought the defense played well. Our safeties, John Hanson and Matt Montero, played well. I think they led us in tackles the other night. Our defensive line, we put it, just make sure we kept the guy in front of us, the quarterback in front of us, and not run past him. And so they did pretty well. And then our offensive staff and players did a super job. Hayden Gay, if we don't have holding calls on like 3 passes, he throws for 300 yards. But I think he threw for like 240 or something like that, or I can't remember what it was. But anyway. And then we had a running back that ran for 163. Melvin Mons played well. Our receivers, TJ Truitt, played great on offense and defense. He's our only full-time two-way starter we got. He does a great job and returns kicks and everything else. But so he did well. Melvin Mons, the O-line, got things together and was able to open up holes and. So anyway, it was a team win. Even you take away the fumble going into the end zone, and then you take away the fumble that was a scoop and score. I would say that it was a B+ game for the offense. But that being said, Kyle, it was C-ish.
I told him, I said, Coach, I need you to rate Trey and his performance because I gave Trey an A. I said, the clock management. Look, everybody don't get A. Calm down. Listen, I said his clock management of that game was very impressive. Now, granted, what you said about the offensive turnovers and all that stuff, I get that. But Trey's management of the clock and running the ball and the way the guys looked on offense was deadly. So, and defense was really, really good too. But
so a B+.
Yeah, B+. Solid B+.
I'd give him a C.
Give him a C.
He's tough, man. KP's tough.
All right, let's get in the game tonight. You got to take care of Bill.
Exciting
Get
game
you a
tonight.
championship. Before we, all right, whoever wins the championship, let's look at you. If you win it, Bozeman High School, are you guaranteed a home win, a home game next week in the playoffs?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Well, it would depend on, because right now, how the rankings are, it would depend on who wins and who loses from here on out. You know what I mean? Because it's all based on that. I think that, you're not guaranteed a district, like last year, district champion, Bay High had to go all the way to Jacksonville to play, so
Yeah.
it's not guaranteed. So it depends on where we're ranked up there. I think that right now, this week, we were at 7, but the way things, like there's other teams ahead of us that got to play one another and things like that. So we don't know how it's going to shake down. I think that if we're 6 or 5, I think that, we may host one. I'm not sure. We'll know a little more on Tuesday for sure.
Yeah, and now you still have a game the following week, correct?
Yes, we got Bay High on Halloween. Which
Nice.
it's going to be a good night. It's we're going to have a little because we don't want because we have a lot of parents here because we're a K-12 school. I mean, our phones were blowing up about a game being on Halloween, so we're going to have a little kind of a trunk or treat type deal over there at the stadium that night.
Oh,
for the
that's
kids
cool.
Dressed up, so we're going to have our clubs at our school that they'll have tables set up inside the stadium, and they'll be giving out candy to kids from both sides, Bay and Bozeman, that that come dressed in their Halloween costume and things like that.
And that's good.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good gate for you guys too, going into the playoffs for a little bit extra cash in case you got to go on the road.
Yeah, but see, like for tonight, getting in tonight's game, it's again, I told our kids earlier in the week, I said it's so hard as a kid to not focus on being the district champion. You got to focus on the process that got us to this position. Like we got to just stay with what we do and not, put the cart before the horse. And it's that old Bible verse: you reap what you sow. And a lot of times we look at that as a negative context, but for me, we look at it as a positive. What you put in during Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, then you sow the rewards of that on Friday. So that's how we're looking at it. And so we're going to go out there and just do what we do. But I want to give the guys at North Bay Haven, they do a good job offensively. The quarterback, Caleb, he was with us when I was at Arnold. He does a very good job. He can extend plays. He does a great job extending plays. They got receivers outside. I'm impressed with the Joey Pearson kid. And the only reason I remember his name is because one of my best friends growing up was Joey Pearson he's the head coach was the head coach a long time in Mayo. So anyway, they do a good job defensively. I really like the Siegel kid. He does a really good job. And then, they get after. They play hard. They play with effort. They play with energy. So, it's we got our hands full. We got to go out there and give them our best game, or we're going to be in trouble if we don't give them our best game.
Yeah, don't sleep on the Bucks. They got some athletes out there. If they can put it together, it's going to be a tough one. But
we couldn't sleep on the Southport Patriots.
Well, Coach, we have run out of time, man. Great job having you on today. We'll talk to you next week. Good luck. Get yourself a championship
Hey, Coach,
tonight.
I want to give a shout-out to Asher Burris, too. Max Preps named him player of the game against Rutherford, by the way. Asher's he's a beast, man, and such a remarkable kid, too.
He is. He does a good job. He was late for practice the other day. That I'm still upset about.
Man, of course I say something like that. He shows up late.
That's what fame does to you.
All right, Coach. We'll talk to you next week. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you, man.
Good luck, Coach.
All right, let's talk about one of my favorite all-time plays. That Cajun place. I love Jay and Trudy. They're wonderful people. Rick, one of my former players, runs that place down there. He does a great job. This is what's going to happen Saturday morning, 8 o'clock. I'm going to get up. I'm going to sleep in about 8, I hope. I probably won't, but I'll try. Anyway, watch a little TV at 8 o'clock. Go do a little workout. But by 11,
Coffee
I
or
will
no
be
coffee?
down there at that Cajun place. No
coffee.
None of that. Get at that Cajun place. Now, if you want to get down there at 10, they open up for brunch. I'm going to get there a little bit at 11 because Auburn kicks off 11:45.
Oh, well, he's got to prepare for Bloody Marys. That's what it is.
Yeah. But I'm going to watch the 11 o'clock game till Auburn comes on. Then I'll shift my head to another TV. And when Auburn plays, I'm going to watch them in Arkansas because that's going to be a good game. I really think it's going to be a really good game. But what's going to happen at 11 o'clock, you get $5 pitchers, you get 50-cent wings, but you can't beat that anywhere. You know that. You can't get that deal anywhere. Food's incredible. Now, on Sunday, and all you LSU fans, wear your shirt Saturday night, LSU Texas A&M. Wear your colors in there, get a free Jello shot every time they score. But I love going there and seeing all the different jerseys. We got people from the Big Ten. We got all, you name it, we have them down there. You see those colors. I keep waiting to see Jason walk in there with that Buckeye thong on, and I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Saw it on the beach one time.
Yep.
I was impressed. I was pretty impressed. I was.
Well, that's an image I'm not going to be able to get out of my head.
Like Lynn Manley Jr. out there. But anyway, on Sundays, they got the North Shore Jazz playing down there. They start playing 10 o'clock to 12. Then the NFL package starts. 27-plus TVs. When the Saints score and you got your shirt on, they'll give you a free Jello shot. Get to that Cajun place, and hey, you don't want wings? They got the regular menu. That Cajun place on Thomas Drive, you will absolutely love it. And we got bikers everywhere.
Thunder Beach.
Drive carefully. They're everywhere. Now, they're all headed down to Miss Newby's. The mothership's got tents everywhere, merchandise you can't dream of. You're gonna have a blast down there. So all you bikers, you know you're gonna be there. Make sure you have a good time and be careful at Miss Doobie's. 4 great, wonderful locations. But the mothership, man, they got it set up nice for all the bikers. It's incredible.
Be nice. Look twice.
There you go. And Newbie Stew on the Curve, that's the place to go watch all sporting events. Skin cancer can be deadly. Dr. Ward can take care of that. Listen to him every Wednesday, 7:30, right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. All it takes is 5 minutes. He got offices throughout the Panhandle, Florida. And we'll be right back. We get back, we're going to pick high school games. After that, we'll listen to Jim Brandt, FSU football. We'll be right back.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. It's the Rich Eisen Show.
Don't forget Lou Holtz once coached the Jets. He was co-tidy bad.
Can we go ahead and
I don't
give
even want to hear it.
real quick before we go?
That's a total overreaction. I don't even hear about it. That Rice team can beat anybody. Why do you make me do that for the Brits?
Because it's hilarious.
Can you do Lou Holtz with a British accent?
Yeah. No, I can't.
We got another hour, right?
Let's take a break, governor. You with you, governor.
Wow, stop saying governor.
The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 11 to 2. ESPN Northwest Florida.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading card games. PCB Hobby carries the largest selection of boxes and packs from the latest releases of brands like Topps, Panini, Leaf, and more. Looking for a specific player or team? PCB Hobby has a wide assortment of raw and graded cards. They carry parallel rookie, game used, and autographed cards in both modern and vintage. Have a collection you want to sell? We buy, sell, and trade. PCB Hobby on Back Beach Road, just east of Florida Linen. Call 850-320-8388.
Tired of boring merch and want your brand to stand out like the big names? Elevate your look with Red 7 Tees. They don't just print shirts, they create bold identities. They are a veteran-owned custom apparel shop providing the kind of detail that turns heads, using high-quality digital printing and embroidery to give you that unique style you love with no minimums or cookie-cutter designs. From small business to sports teams, if you've got a vision, they'll help you wear it proudly. Visit red7tees.com.
Your goals matter, and at Anytime Fitness Panama City, they're ready to help you crush them. With expert coaching, personal training, and virtual workouts through the Anytime Fitness app, you'll have all the support you need inside the club and beyond. Limited time only. Join today for just $1 down and start your fitness journey now. Don't wait. Visit 107 West 23rd Street, Suite W8, or call 850-818-8184. Anytime Fitness. Let's make healthy happen.
His biggest fear about the zombie apocalypse is all the walking. It's the Coach James Hale Show. Live from the J. Michael Studio on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. back. Well, hand me a pen, Jason, please. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. You know, Jim made a great point. We have not even talked about Sully going. I need to call Steve Moss and see what's going on. Coop's down there. What's the deal? Was he suspended or he just took a leave of absence?
He took a leave of absence
for personal matters, effective immediately.
Some with family too, so it could be a family member died sick,
be anything.
something.
It could be anything. But we know.
We always assume the worst, but it could be something.
Did their AD kind of spanked him on the hand there?
Strictly?
Well, he got suspended because of that happened in the regionals of last year.
Getting on that guy, Look, that was maybe he didn't like that very much. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
It's kind of a weird situation in SEC baseball with Vitello going to the Giants. That's a huge loss for Tennessee.
Yeah.
I mean, God.
We were talking so much about with Mark all the thing with football and what's going on, who's getting fired and who's getting hired and all that kind of stuff. We never got around to it, but I'm glad you brought that up. All right, I'm going to get these picks done real quick and we can jump into some other things like FSU football. Let's start with this one. I think it's going to be a difficult ball game. I've got my beloved Marlins going down to Tallahassee. It's hard to win over there. They got unbelievable.
Hold on, no. Wait. No. Okay, yeah. Never mind. Keep going, bro.
I'm going to pick
I got Rickards.
30-19.
All right, well, I'm going to listen to y'all. I'll go last on this one.
Something's going on.
Who you got, Arnold?
They played last night,
Last night.
Yeah, there was a Thursday game.
Yeah.
It was in all the
Rickards
papers.
and Arnold was last night?
Yes.
I thought Rutherford was last night.
It was.
It was too. They played over in Tallahassee.
Who won?
No.
Rickards.
Mosley played
last night against Golf Reefs.
Come on, man.
As well.
That's what I'm saying. They played last night.
And Arnold played.
Arnold played last night, too.
Because Bozeman and the Bucks are playing at Gavlac tonight. It's a neutral ground.
Why is that on my thing?
I don't know.
It says they play Friday tonight.
Fire the stenographer. Fire her.
She's in Birmingham. I can't.
That's why.
So Rickards beat them?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
30-19.
I got one more win than y'all because I picked it with Jeremy. Bay Rutherford. Everybody going Bay?
Yes.
Yeah, Bay's going to walk away with the dub on this one. You know, and thoughts and prayers out there to Jaleel Reed from his injury last week against Bozeman. Talked to Coach Hale on Wednesday. Actually, Jaleel he called in with Coach Floyd while they were on the way to Tallahassee to get the results, which inevitably, they got the results to schedule the surgery and talk with the orthopedics over there. It's an Achilles injury.
See, that's what I thought when he went down.
Yeah.
He wasn't even hit. He was rolling out his right and
just dropped and then grabbed his right ankle.
Yeah,
you see that his right ankle.
Non-contact.
That's what I thought.
Usually.
Maybe it was his left ankle. But he, supposedly it's a 6 to 8 month recovery on that after surgery.
The grassy knoll, man. Got him.
All right, I gave all y'all Rickards. I gave all y'all Mosley because we picked them yesterday. North Bay Haven, Bozeman. I'll start with you, Kyle.
North Bay Haven, love what they're doing over there. Coach Trent Edwards is great. That team is really coming together, you know, and like Coach KP said, I mean, Bear Siegel and Caleb and
North Bay Haven
and everybody, they're doing great. But Bozeman's just, when they put it together, I mean, I think it could possibly be pretty nasty.
Bozeman.
Yeah, Bozeman's hitting their stride right now.
Kyle, you sure you want to try to?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah. But
hey, we
shout out to North Bay Haven.
A little bit of love.
Everything they've been through, 5 coaches, 4 years.
Who fired him?
See how he's rushing through high school right now?
Yeah, it's not the
kids' fault. See how he's rushing through high school right now?
Walton at Freeport.
Ooh.
Walton.
I got Walton.
Yeah, Freeport got drilled last week, I think.
Freeport gives up 60 points to everybody.
Yeah, they did, but they actually played okay against Baker. They did score 28 points. You know what? I'm going Freeport. Give me some Freeport.
Good. I like that guy.
I want a Cinderella.
I like that school. All right, Destin at Booker T. I'm going Booker T.
Oh, yeah.
Booker T.
But, hey, Destin played pretty good against Bozeman 2 weeks ago.
Booker T.
I'm going to go Destin on that one.
You going Destin?
I'm going to go Destin.
All right.
I want some upsets.
I tried that last week.
Going with
it doesn't work. Booker T.
You were 5-8 last week.
No, 8 and.
All right, you want to upset? I'll give you upset. Okay,
high school.
Okay,
I'm gonna let you have this upset. You got Vernon at Cottondale. You got Vernon?
No, Condondale.
Condondale all day.
Everybody got Cottondale.
What's going on? By a zillion.
Vernon's been down a while. You know what?
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there. Who's out there? Tillman right now?
No. He was at Port St. Joe. He came from Port St.
But it runs in cycles.
Right.
In small towns. Port St. Joe, Baker. This is the big one, man. This is a big game. I got Baker.
Yeah, as much as we like Coach Jones, we
love Coach Jones, but
we love Taco Bell, and we love
Baker's tough this year. I think they're going to go deep in the playoffs.
Take the Gators.
We all got Baker except for Jason. Right?
Number 4 in the state.
Yeah, I believe it.
Baker.
Jason, who you got?
Baker's.
Okay. All right, South Walton at Catholic. I went back and forth in this one. I just think an all-star team I get at home is tough to beat. I got Catholic.
Pensacola Catholic.
And they're playing at Pensacola, right?
Yep.
I'm going to go outside the box and go South Walton. They beat Wakulla last week, which is no easy task. So give me South Walton.
Maybe they're pulling it together.
South Walton, okay.
I'm going to stick with Catholic since it's home. If it would have been at South Walton, I'm probably
on the road. Yellow and green. Somebody's been mean. That happens quite a bit over there. Weewa at J.
Well, they're our forgotten coast sister, so I'm going to go with Weewa on that one. They've had a tough year.
Let's all go Weewa.
I'm going to go J.
Okay, got Weewa. No love by Jim. Who you got?
I'm going to go Weewa.
Weewa, J. I got to go Weewa. They listen to us every day. Gordy's, all them great people over there. Jerry and Preach's dad listens all the time also. They live over there. All right, that's our picks. We get back.
Nope. Did we do Bay Rutherford?
Yeah,
we did do Bay Rutherford. Okay.
That's it. That's the only ones we're doing on this week. All right, Kyle, when you get these guys on there, and do they seem to get along pretty good, the coaches around here? Except,
yeah, I mean, obviously there's some rivalry and there's a little bit of, these are, all these guys are athletes. They're real competitive.
They're competitive.
You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, they're like Kovaleski. They're winners.
Yeah, they're chasing
like
dubs.
Wildcat.
They're molding these kids. They're coaching these kids, molding these young men, but they're also chasing W's at the same time. So there's definitely healthy competition. And listen, everybody's going to get the best players. I don't care who you are. So it's not like there's just one person out there doing anything. I mean, you recruit by winning. You recruit by grooming the farming coming up from you. You recruit by having a good facility and training these guys. There's all different types of recruiting. But yeah, there's a little bit of contention amongst some of the coaches, but everybody's real cordial and professional. And when we have them on, everybody's, the one thing is before we move on to something else, the one thing is when all the teams in Bay County are doing good, it brings more recruiting because a coach, instead of doing spot recruiting, we talked about this, instead of doing spot recruiting where they're coming for just one kid, they can hit 4 schools that got athletes. So these recruiters that are coming from the Southeast, they can stay 1 day or 2 days in a hotel and they can hit 5 schools, and with the programs like they are doing right now with Bay, with Mosley, and you are seeing some with, I believe, Arnold and definitely Bozeman coming up, you are starting to see these programs lift, and recruiting is only going to rise with that. So like I've said, rising tide lifts all boats, and I'm starting to see that. But at the end of the day, yeah, these guys are competitive, man. They're athletes, and they want to win.
All right, let's talk about some of our great people. Dr. Chad Mitchell, love that man. They actually, my doctor, Dr. Nobles, they recognized him for what he's done over at Mosley High School. That's awesome. But there's nobody like Chad Mitchell. He is the man. He is the myth. He is the legend. 26 years on Bay County sidelines. The guy is great. Listen to him every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. If you get injured in any way, call and make an appointment with Chad Mitchell. He's one of the first doctors trained in robotic surgery. They get you back on the field a lot quicker when you go through robotic surgery. The guy is incredible. The legendary Chad Mitchell. Every Monday right here, ESPN Northwest Florida. Also, Steve's Bike Shop. Blaine Burnett and I went and saw Steve at his bike shop the other day. Electrical bikes. Man, I tell you what, Julie wants one. We might actually do that. She usually gets what she wants. Maybe if she's good, Should I get her one for Christmas? She's acting well.
I think you should get him a custom model with all the bells and whistles.
And some jewelry from...
And some jewelry.
Oh, yes. There's no doubt about
there
that.
you go.
No doubt. No doubt
there you
about that. But Steve's Bike Shop, they got a large selection, all kind of bikes, used, new, you name it. If you got a bike beat up, take down Steve's Bike Shop. Where are they located? Well, right across from Sam's on 23rd Street.
Don't forget all the
reliable? How long they been in business? Oh, since 1979. I think they're reliable. They're the best at what they do.
Don't forget the helmets and the tassels.
Hey, is he local? Yeah, I think so. He's a swim coach at Mosley. Nobody does a better job than Steve. Steve's Bike Shop. Go check that. We think you'll love it. Also, local. Are you kidding me? Patrick's unreal. The guy's incredible. His daughter is a superstar cheerleader at Mosley High School. She was on the homecoming court. She's incredible. He's incredible. They do incredible work. Turf Pro Pest Control. You want the yard to look beautiful like a golf course? He can make it happen. You got bugs. You worried about bugs in the house, in the yard? They'll go away for good. Turf Pro Pest Control, #1. Locals taking care of locals.
He's out there in his trucks every day.
Oh, goodness.
He's not sitting behind a desk. He's out there right in the war zone.
Yes. Talk to me, baby. We'll be right back. 104.3. Jim Durant, FSU, all the way. We'll be right back.
The game going with ESPN Northwest Florida. Just because you get out of the car doesn't mean the Sports Talk and Line play-by-play have to end. Just say, hey Alexa, open ESPN Northwest Florida. From Michigan Avenue to the man cave, from the car to the kitchen, we've got you covered. Keep the game going. Hey Alexa, open ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Friday's weather. This afternoon and evening there will be a gentle breeze out of the east, sunshine and 82. Mostly clear skies tonight, cooler at 63. Tomorrow, partly sunny and a moderate breeze right around 13 miles per hour with a high of 80. About the same at 79 Sunday, and we'll have a mixture of some clouds and light sprinkles. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading card games. PCB Hobby carries the largest selection of boxes and packs from the latest releases of brands like Topps, Panini, Leaf, and more. Looking for a specific player or team? PCB Hobby has a wide assortment of raw and graded cards. They carry parallel rookie, game used, and autographed cards in both modern and vintage. Have a collection you want to sell? We buy, sell, and trade. PCB Hobby on Back Beach Road, just east of Florida Linen. Call 850-320-8388.
Los Rancheros has been doing it right for 20 years. Los Rancheros brings a top-shelf dining experience to you with the opening of their beautiful new building. Watch all college and pro games on Los Rancheros 14 large-screen TVs with great drink specials daily from 2 to 5 and during all the games. Los Rancheros, the place for live sports and great food on 23rd Street between Jenks and Harrison.
Want to know the inside scoop on your favorite teams? From the gridiron to the hardwood to the diamond. For comprehensive sports coverage, it's ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio.
Florida State, Florida State, Florida State. Woo! FSU update. We already talked about it. It's bike week. Drive slow. Be careful. Look twice. Be nice. Is that what you said? I like that. That's pretty good. Mine was better. Anyway, be careful. Bikers are everywhere. They bring a lot of money into this town. I'm telling you, the whole county makes big bucks off this week. Get down to Newbies. All you bikers, get down to Newbies. Have a great time. Now, if you're local, get down to Newbies. You'll see a lot of beautiful things down there. They got all kind of merchandise, tents everywhere. We're talking about the mothership. Newbies, too, the place to go watch all college games. Jim, what do you got for us down at FSU?
All right, what FSU update? I always try to look the day before I know I have to talk. I look something up, like what can I talk about? And there was a post. It was from somebody in Tallahassee. I don't know, their newspaper or somebody associated with Florida State, and they said if it wasn't for Florida State's finances, Norvell would be gone. And it kind of intrigued me, so I opened it up. I looked at it. And I'm just going to give you the ballpark figures. I don't know. I could look them up, but it's just not that big a deal. They have spent, Florida State has spent, and if you go through Tallahassee, as I often do going to Perry, going to Taylor County, you go right by the stadium, they spent $400 million on the stadium and their standalone football facility, which is right adjacent to it. You can't miss it. As you go on 20 and it dead ends at the stadium, you got to turn right or left.
Yep.
And that's the football thing that they got. So they spent, I'm just ballparking it here, about $400 million just on those two additions to their facilities, all right? So what does that mean? What that means is they're strapped for cash. And they even said it, says, we don't have the money to pay for all this, to pay him a buyout, if we get rid of Norvell, to give him a buyout.
And then the new coach, because that's a $100 million swing.
And who knows how much. And
they might even be still playing Willie Taggart and Jimbo Fisher, to be honest.
And in the world that we live in, whatever coach that you bring in at Florida State, the expectation is going to be, you got to be a national champ coach, and you got to have it now. So we're going to pay that guy I'm just ballparking here. He's going to get probably more than at least $8 million, okay? Probably for 5-6 years. His buyout's going to be $50, $60 million. So if he doesn't work out, that's another $60 million that you got tacked on. Now, why do I say all this? People always bang about, why are they going to go to this super conference? Why are they going to do all this and combine everything and have the haves and the have-nots? Well, people, this is the reason. Because when that happens, and I think we all in this room think that's going to happen.
100%.
When it goes to that, they're going to make stupid amounts of money from the games. To tell how can you? I was a coach, and obviously it's great that coaches make money. That's great, but at some point you got the cart so far in front of the horse. How can you continue to operate like this? So Florida State's a perfect example. They can't afford to get rid of a coach that they feel that they probably could have had it been 10 years ago. He'd probably be gone by now. They probably would have got rid of him. And I'm not trying to chase him out of Tallahassee, but that's just the economic reality of things. It's like, how can this continue? What say you guys? How can it continue like this?
The problem is for top coaches, if you don't pay them these huge buyouts, another team will.
Exactly.
And that's what's got us here. But another reason to go get James Franklin, if you're Florida State, you pay him $2 million a year.
Would you ever bring Jimbo Fisher back to
I would not. It ended there. And
I joked about that during the summer about Jimbo Fisher's out there. He wants to coach. And it's the same scenario.
He won a national championship.
He's making bazillions of dollars from A&M.
And FSU.
Very much.
But
can't we forgive and forget?
I don't have a problem with it.
That scenario makes financial sense.
If he could win, I would say 100% yes. That's what we're about. We're a business now. This isn't about mentoring young men and all this. You're about making money. Let's be honest. So all the integrity stuff and all this that they preach is out the window for me. This is a professional sport. So if he could win, I would 100% be on board. People forget how he left Florida State and how it ended at Texas A&M. They paid him $77 million to quit coaching there. It was bad. And he had every NIL advantage.
I think he's making $7.5 million a year.
They bought the number one classes 2 years in a row, and it completely failed. That's the only reason I say no on Jimbo. Franklin's got a very high floor. He's going to win 8, 9, 10 games first year. He's probably going to be
his contract set up though where Penn State has to pay him less if he gets a job.
Yes.
It's not where he's going to make this X amount and FSU can only pay him so much.
I don't know if
it's all money, you go
it's
FSU.
In his contract, Franklin's contract, that he has to, if he gets a job in coaching or broadcasting, he has to look for those.
Yeah.
And they'll pay the difference.
Right. So if he gets a job at Florida State says, look, we'll pay you $2 million a year. We're strapped for cash. Penn State has to still make up for the $48 million. So it's just a compensation of whatever he doesn't make, with his next job. So he has to be looking for work, next job, whatever he makes.
What I'm saying is if they're going to take $2 million more, all right, Florida State's going to pay him $5 million. Penn State's got to take $5 million off.
Right.
So I'm saying if it's about money, you go Jimbo Fisher because he's got $7.5 a year. You can pay him. He'd probably come for $3 million a year.
I don't know.
Or 2.5 a year.
From an economic standpoint, that definitely makes sense because Florida State is also not playing. Taggart's last payment was the end of 24.
Okay.
So, I mean,
would you bring Jimbo back if it's you?
I mean, to be honest with you, like I would give Norvell one more year with Gus Malzahn and you know let them finish out 1 year under this new kind of coaching administration that he has underneath him. But 4-15 against ranked AP teams in the last 3 years, that's pathetic.
Yeah,
like that's a horrible statistic, and he can't run from that. You know,
so
but
you think he's going to be back regardless of what it was last year?
Yeah, I don't think they're going to get rid of him because look, you got to understand, it's just what Coach just said, bro. That's $100 million swing to get rid of him and to bring a new guy in. Not to mention all the construction that's still owed. I don't know how the endowment is and where the money's come from, but I know All-State Construction it got paid a lick. And I think it's north of $400 million.
I will say this, just listening to some of their fans, if they do that, they'll lose so much money next year. I don't think they could afford to do that.
And what they've already done to the fans with that stadium, they made you.
What they did with
20,
the tickets.
20 years, guys have been sitting in the same seats or worked their way up to their seats. Same way we got with the Roll Tide tickets. Yeah. And then to tell them, nah, you have to pay $10,000 per seat to keep your seat, or we're reshuffling the deck.
Yeah.
What?
And there are people.
What?
And there's a lot of people said, "Here, take it."
Nah, man, bye.
Yeah.
No.
But look at the product they put on the field the last 2 years. I mean, who's going to pay that amount of money to go watch 2 and 10 and possibly?
Well, I got some crazy friends.
No, I mean, those are the hardcore fans.
I mean, they are
but
hardcore.
To make money,
Shout out
you
Mike
need
Vickers.
to pack the stadium. You need boosters to be willing to give money for NIL, or else what are you doing? Florida's about to hire a new coach. Miami's rolling. I mean, as much as they may have lost a game, but you can't get behind these two other schools and
Does
let
Brian
them get
Kelly
a
stay at LSU? Like,
he's going to be gone. Auburn's going to be open. This is an arms race. These teams are now looking at this as a business.
You don't know. South Carolina. We don't know.
Arkansas is going to be open. We don't know what they're going to do at Petrino. Penn State's open.
I heard. Would he leave Minnesota? I heard his name mentioned.
TJ Fluck?
Yeah. Would he go there to the SEC? They pay a lot more. I guarantee they'll pay more money than Minnesota.
He's always been a northern kind of guy.
I was going to say, I think that's a bad fit.
I don't know.
That has Brian Kelly written all over it for me.
No, I think he's a good coach. I'm just.
That's a good
culturally,
analogy.
he's never been anywhere except up. He was at Western Michigan and he was at Minnesota. I don't know.
I don't see that personality as the same, but I see him as the same fish out of water, that like a Brian Kelly, Brian Harsin. I mean, you got to bring your guys in. We've seen these stories before.
Lane Kiffin to Florida. That LSU job opened. That changes some things right there.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does. And it's like Orgeron going up north or something like that. It just don't fit. She don't fit.
I heard his name at Oregon State.
What?
I heard his name mentioned at Oregon State.
You know, but just
it's not a serious.
I'm here. I wouldn't go.
Let's get back to the Florida State thing.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Coach. I digress.
Man,
but what do you do if you're Florida State? What do you do? Like you said,
stick it one more year.
It's going to be another $100 million to get somebody new. Or stick with what we know so far.
I'm with Jason.
Visually evidence, we see it hasn't worked.
If he loses out, they got to make a change.
They have to. I mean, the fans are already checked out this year. I mean,
nobody's going to the games now.
If you're playing in front of half-filled stadiums and you lose 2-3 games beginning of next year, you're going to lose more money than that buyout's ever going to cost you in the long run. So.
I'm with you. If he loses out, they got to make a change.
This is a critical time in college football. We don't know who the haves and have-nots are going to be. If we got another 2-10 season on the horizon and the Big Ten's looking to add another school at Notre Dame, and they're looking at you.
Have y'all heard he's lost the locker room? Have y'all heard?
I don't need to hear it. I see it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's
I don't want to speak on that, but I can tell you what we're watching and what we're witnessing is
it's not
2 years of what the.
It's not like they're losing to Auburn and Georgia and Alabama. I mean, they
beat Alabama.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I will tell you one thing. Okay, so that game and the Alabama then and Alabama now, that's two different.
Yeah. 2 different things.
2 different things.
And the problem is two different Florida
good.
State teams too, which is shocking to me because the way they tackled, the way they dominated the line of scrimmage in Alabama game.
You can do it once, you can do it every time.
You should. I mean, you have that capability. We saw it, and it was a good football team you did it against. So.
But I will say this: you had that atmosphere of that game was incredible.
Right.
And as soon as they lost one game, the next week you didn't see that atmosphere. You didn't see those big crowds.
No.
When they lost to Miami, The next game there was totally different, and the kids feed off that, man. So it's everybody's fault. It's not just the Kelly's
You
fault.
saw a flicker of it against Miami in the fourth quarter,
right?
When they started to come back, and you're like, "Holy, well, they're actually doing things."
Okay.
Oh, we over?
We gotta go.
Florida State.
Woo! Do I have any time to do anything? You me go. I go.
No, go ahead and do something.
Well, let's talk about the legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. Get out there lunch day. I will be there. I tell you what, that Chris fish is special, man. I'm trying to get Jason to come there and meet me. It's his turn to buy. Grilled fish, peppers over bed of rice, special sauce. It's incredible. It's healthy. The legendary J. Michael's Restaurant.
It's a write-off, Jason.
It's incredible. Go check it out. I think you'll love it. If you're over in Lynn Haven, you're going to go to Beef Braised Lynn Haven. You know that. The food's incredible. He's a city commissioner. He does a great job. I love Pat Perna. Has he been to the store see you lately?
Yeah, he comes in all the time now. Yeah.
He's looking better.
Oh, absolutely. We got him on the right track.
What I tell you,
feeling
Pat,
better.
what I told him.
Yeah.
I told him. All right, we'll be right back. When we get back, we got a legend coming on here. This guy knows football like no other. Jeff Spiegel.
Jeffrey.
We'll be right back.
Are you sick of the old sports talk? The vanilla opinions? The polite debates? The hosts who are afraid to say what they really think? So are we. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida is bringing the house. It's the new Sports Blitz.
Weekdays, 4 to 6.
We're starting arguments, not conversations. The Sports Blitz.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Friday's weather. This afternoon and evening there will be a gentle breeze out of the east, sunshine and 82. Mostly clear skies tonight, cooler at 63. Tomorrow, partly sunny and a moderate breeze right around 13 miles per hour with a high of 80. About the same at 79 Sunday, and we'll have a mixture of some clouds and light sprinkles. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
At Brock Lawn and Pest Control, we're proud to be awarded the distinction of being Quality Pro certified.
Our technicians have passed rigorous training in eco-friendly application and prevention of pest treatments.
Part of the program is the practice of integrated pest management.
IPM's goal is to prevent pests from ever entering your home. It includes inspection, prevention, education, and, when necessary, application.
We're proud to be Quality Pro certified.
Brock Lawn and Pest Control, the standard and level of trust.
WVLQ Port St. Joe, WGSX, powered by Panama City Toyota.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
We're proud to bring you the most popular cars in the world, like the stylish Camry and the sporty Corolla. Get award-winning style and 1.99% APR on a new Camry, named the best new model by Kelley Blue Book. Plus, you get 90 days until you make your first payment. Curb appeal comes standard on the new Corolla. Designed to wow from the inside out. Get 3.49% APR plus 90 days until your first payment. Panama City Toyota, your Camry and Corolla headquarters.
Offers end November 3rd. Visit PanamaCityToyota.com for details.
Do you know who I am?
If he was the last person on Earth,
Kind of a big deal.
mankind would still have a chance.
We may have to repopulate the Earth.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show.
I'm very important.
Live from the J. Michael Studio at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. And now from the J. Michael Studio, the Alabama Auburn Update.
Roll Tide, y'all.
With Jeff Spiegel, sports anchor from Birmingham, Alabama's ABC 3340. The Alabama Auburn Update every Friday morning on the Coach Hale Show on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
I say Alla, you say Bama. Alabama. I say roll, you say Tide. Roll. Tide. I say Bear, you say Bryant. Bear.
Bryant.
I say Jeff, you say Spiegel. Jeff. Spiegel. Woo!
This is what Red Bull does to you before
Red
8
Bull,
o'clock.
baby. Whatever's in that jug in there is pretty good. Let's bring him on. The man, the myth, the legend, Jeff Spiegel, out of the great
I love this guy.
state of Alabama. Actually lives in Hoover, but Birmingham, Alabama, ABC, the biggest station in the state. How you doing, sir?
Well, let me make a correction on that, because just in case any of my friends are listening, Pelham, is where I live.
That's right. I'm sorry.
Which is right next door to Hoover. But I want to make sure I'm representing my city.
Yeah, and I know you and Dabo are buddies. That'd probably make him mad too.
Oh, Dabo. I tell people that. I'm closer to Dabo's mom than Dabo, but I'll text her some pictures of the grandkids every now and then, and we'll talk about how things are going. And bless his soul, it's been a rough year for him so far.
This is crazy. We used to talk about him we still talk about him, but one day we get a package. This one we were in the other studio, and I get it. It's from Clemson. It was a note and a signed football. One of those, one of the white footballs put in a trophy case. And he signed me, and he said, "Keep up the good work. Appreciate the kind words." So there was a Clemson guy there that friends with him told him, said, "Yeah, Coach Hale talks good about you." And so he did that. He didn't have to do that. I thought that was class. I showed a lot of class. I mean, that was unbelievable. Out of the blue, he did that.
He's a good guy, man. I was talking with someone who works up there in South Carolina, who covers Clemson and South Carolina, kind of like we do Alabama and Auburn. You got to cover them on an equal basis, and they said, man, that guy's just as good as gold up there. What you see is what you get. He doesn't try to put on any kind of false front or anything like that. I mean, Dabo's always been Dabo from the time he graduated from here to the time he's making gazillions of dollars there up in Clemson.
Hey, I just want to ask you before we get off the phone, and I'll forget, so I'll ask you now. Can you get me one of those black hoodies? I can't find them. They're sold out. Can you get, I know you know him pretty well. Can you call his wife and get one out of the closet, get me one of his?
My 4-year-old grandson was, wanting one of those. He didn't get a black hoodie, but he got a black, shirt with a red, Bama on it because, my son is an Alabama grad, big time fan, and his whole family is, and I got to be neutral, Coach. I can't be for one or the other. I got to be. I'm for both. I tell people I'm for both, and you know how it is. You've lived here all your life, and you tell people you're for both, and they don't want to hear that. Oh, they do not want to hear that. You're either for one or the other, man.
You got to declare.
I'm
brother.
For both.
Yeah,
I'm for both. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, I was on him big time, and I still stand for what I said last year. I never had seen in my life a Bama player do the things they did, and lack of discipline and all that thing. But I tell you what a job he has done this year. And I really think the big key, I don't know if we've ever had, really, Jeff, I'm being honest about this. I've watched football a lot. I don't think we've ever had a better offensive coordinator than what we have right now. This guy is... The plays, the way he sets up the plays, the way he takes advantage of what defense are doing, he's incredible. This guy is the real deal. Or the offensive coordinator, what, Grubbs?
Ryan Grubb, yeah.
Do you agree with that? You've watched a lot of, I think he's one of the best we've ever had.
Well, I totally agree with that, and I think it's a perfect example of, you've got a coordinator who can call plays, and you've got a quarterback who can execute plays.
Absolutely.
And it's a perfect combination. And let's just be honest. I mean, as much as I love Jalen Milroe, they've upgraded the position, and it's an upgrade.
Yep.
And I think it's pretty significant in terms of, the accuracy of throwing the football.
Yeah.
And the receiver knowing that, man, when he breaks out of that route and he's got his hands up, that ball is going to be right there. The 4th and 9 play in the Missouri game is like his signature play so far.
Yeah.
Where he dropped it right in there on the boundary.
Yeah.
Where only number 17 could get it. And it's throws like that and plays like that have really propelled this team into talking of national championships.
Let me ask you about that. Then we got to jump into South Carolina. I've started watching. I look at all the different websites, Big Ten people, what they say, ACC, and that's really the three I focus on. I don't care much about the Big 12. I don't follow much of that, and I should, but I don't. But there's talk, even from Big Ten people, saying that the only two teams is Alabama and Ohio State. Now, I've watched Bama for years, and I think they've improved. I'm just being honest. It's my opinion. You might have a different one. I still don't think we're there yet. I don't think we're at that level right now. I don't think we can beat Ohio State right now. Now, could we maybe down the road and keep getting better on the defense side of the ball? Offense, I think we can play with anybody. I don't think we're there yet on defense, but we're getting better. What do you think? Am I wrong?
Well, I think the one thing that concerns Alabama fans is that every game you can count on this from the defense. You can count on getting gashed with a long touchdown run. I mean, it happens just about every game. You know, Tennessee game, you know, they had all that momentum going into halftime after the 99-yard pick six, which, by the way, people who have been there said that's the loudest that stadium has ever been.
That was incredible.
When that one happened. Yeah. But then Tennessee comes out and breaks off like a 44-yard run, and all of a sudden, you know, Tennessee got the momentum back. You know, now Alabama, you know, seized it, retook it, but just there have been too many times where, you know, they just haven't fit properly and they've let somebody get loose.
Well, going to this game, South Carolina, they're 16th in the SEC in rush offense, so that makes me feel somewhat pretty good, you know, better. Their quarterback kind of concerns me. He can run and throw, so if they can play a lot better than what they played lately, keep it close, they're going to have a shot at the end of the game to beat Alabama. It could be a trap game. You know, we've had 4 straight games against ranked teams. Now everybody thinks you got an easy game at South Carolina. We all know it's difficult to win there. Mm-hmm. And then you got LSU the next game. So I'm concerned about this ball game. But on paper, which means nothing, you would think Bama's in pretty good shape. The matchups seem to favor Bama this week.
Well, it wasn't difficult for Oklahoma to win there, you know, and I would be concerned if Alabama was 7-0, you know, but they're not. You know, they're 6-1, and that one still kind of sticks in their craw a little bit, and that one is still one that, you know, they don't need to be reminded of. I mean, this team got ridiculed so much after that game, and there's a gigantic chip on their shoulder, you know, since that game. And so that's why I think, you know, there's not going to be a slip-up here in Columbia. Here's another thing you can count on with this offense that's been pretty consistent. They'll come out of the gate, and they'll rip off like an 11-play, 12-play drive. Just take it right down the field, you know, just to send a message like, hey, we're going to be here all day. You know, you're not going to be able to stop us. We can do anything we want, you know, and that's pretty telling, you know, when you come out of the gate like that every game and have put together a drive like that. You know, they had a 99-yard pick six and a 99-yard touchdown drive. I don't know how many times that happens in the course of a college football season.
Can't be often.
I don't care. We talked about that. I don't care what level, Pop Warner, junior high, high school, college, NFL, you don't see many drives over 80 yards because of penalties, mistakes, turnovers. It's just, and not only did they do it, they had a couple long drives like that against Tennessee. It wasn't just a 99. The first drive of the game, I think, was, 90 yards or 89 yards, something like that. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, they're clicking, man. And, you know, it's really fun to watch.
Well, let's talk about injuries. You know, they were banged up. Are they getting anybody back? Is anybody getting better? Miller didn't look himself at all in that game. But I thought Hale played better. I thought he looked pretty good. I think he's going to be a ball player.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think the guys that you know would think would be out. You know, guys who are going to be out for the year. But the latest injury list, I mean, looks pretty clean. And you know how it goes. 7 games in, everybody's banged up a little bit, you know, considering the physicality of the league and all of that. But you know, I think they're good to go. And I see them playing well and just kind of moving on and taking care of business and looking to the next one.
All right. Give me a score. What's going to happen? How's it going to play out?
I think it's going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 38-27. 14, something like that.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hope you're right. That'd be great. All right, we got to take a break. We got Jeff with us. We'll finish up, talk about some Auburn Tigers. A lot of questions about Auburn, a lot of questions about Hugh Freeze. I think it's a must-win for him. You can't. In the old days, he'd been out the door. I was kind of surprised they didn't pull the trigger. But, I look at the rest of the schedule. They might finish up real strong. Who knows? This is a critical game at Auburn. But right now, let's talk about some of our great people. Let's start with two great sponsors right here. Kyle Vandegrift, legendary name here, legendary family. If you want a roof, and you got interest people calling, like, hey, we're going to drop you. Your roof's 17 years old. We just saw this. We're going to drop you if you don't get it done. Can you help us?
Yeah, absolutely. And those letters and phone calls are happening. I mean, we get phone calls every week. But yeah, give us a shout. We can walk you through the process, help you out, and give you a competitive bid, compared to our local competition, 850-866-9908. Or you can visit us at tkvandy.com. You can find us on Facebook.
And there's people question me all the time, does he just do residential or does he does commercial?
We do commercial, residential, and we also have a government division. We do federal and state government.
Expanding as we speak. Jason Kowaleski, the legend here. Women love him, men fear him. He's incredible. Max Fishbush Nutrition, where are you located, and what's the best way to get up with you?
We're on 23rd Street in the Del Coronado Village. I'll be there 10 to 4 today. We're open 10 to 7 Monday through Friday, 10 to 5 on Saturday, and we are open on Pier Park on 10 to 5 on Sundays as well if you need anything on Sunday. But we're also located in Pier Park North next to Dick's Sporting Goods. We have our creatine gummies that have come in. I mean, those are selling hot. I know a lot of younger guys are trying to use the gummies now, but we do have those creatine gummies in store right now, and we still have 15% off Transparent Labs through the end of the year, which is a really good price for their products because they have really high-end products and we have it at the best price in Panama City.
I'll tell you one thing. We all know skin cancer can be deadly. If you're a female out there and you live in the Panhandle of Florida, skin cancer, breast cancer are two things you really got to be careful and check out. Now, Dr. Ward's the best at skin cancer. You listen to me every Wednesday, 7:30, right here on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. They got offices throughout the Panhandle of Florida. All it takes is 5 minutes. It can save your life. Don't put it off. If it looks different, feels different, go get checked out. 5 minutes is all it takes. We're right back. Jeff Spiegel, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Auburn at Arkansas, 1145 SEC Network. Listen to Andy Burcham right here, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida broadcasts the biggest and best games of the week. We're your headquarters for premier matchups, huge rivalries, and fan favorites.
The college football games of the week. Auburn at Arkansas. Coverage starts Saturday at 10:30. Kickoff at 11:45. Then Texas A&M at LSU. Kickoff at 6:30. Right here.
At 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Friday's weather. This afternoon and evening there will be a gentle breeze out of the east, sunshine and 82. Mostly clear skies tonight, cooler at 63. Tomorrow, partly sunny and a moderate breeze right around 13 miles per hour with a high of 80. About the same at 79 Sunday, and we'll have a mixture of some clouds and light sprinkles. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Keep the adventure going this holiday season in a new Kia from Bill Bird Kia. Bill Bird Kia now offering 0% APR for up to 48 months, plus a $500 APR bonus on the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Sorento during the big fall savings event going on now. You'll get the perfect balance of comfort, safety, and technology. It's the best family SUV with third-row seating space, providing extra comfort for the entire family. Bill Bird Kia, the home of that 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Stop by and see us at 2435 East 15th Street or anytime at BillBirdKiaPanamaCity.com.
Offer from Kia Finance America for the purchase of a new 2025 Kia S and LX models. $20.83 per month per 1,000 financed in 48 months. Quantities limited. $500 APR bonus is applied as down payment and no cash value cannot be combined with other finance offers. Not available on balloon financing. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for complete details. Offer for well-qualified buyers must take delivery from dealer stock through 11/3/25.
I don't always talk to Alabama fans, but when I do, I ask for large fries. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Eagle, baby. All you Auburn Tigers out there, you live over there in Lynn Haven, Florida, get out Beef O'Brady's. They are incredible. TVs everywhere. And if you want to have a big party, you want to have a party at the house, I don't care what the number is, 100, 200, whatever it is, call Pat, tell him how many wings you want. They'll have them ready for you, man. But I better yet, just stay there. Beef O'Brady's, Lynn Haven. Have a great time. Watch Auburn play there. 11:45, kickoff time, SEC Network. Let's bring Jeff back in. Jeff, just let's talk about it. I didn't know. I kept waiting and waiting. I was checking all these devices to see if they'd pulled the trigger. And
devices.
What did you think? Did you think they might fire him?
He's checking his beeper.
Yeah. Did you think they might fire him last week?
His pager, yeah.
Yeah. I really thought they would Sunday. I think, and I don't have any knowledge. I have no knowledge. Okay, behind the scenes. But to me, it sounds like they're trying to figure out a way to end this, and they don't know when, they don't know, they don't have all their, T's crossed and I's dotted or whatever. But I'll tell you this, it's not going to end well, and we've already seen a sample size of this coach's work, and it's just not good. It's not suitable. It's not sustainable. For the long term for Auburn. I've been fighting off a stomach bug this week. And so Tuesday night, I went to bed at 7. And then I woke up at 10:30, couldn't go back to sleep. So I turned on, I found the Auburn Missouri game, watched the fourth quarter. And I mean, in the fourth quarter alone, just a myriad of just ridiculous things, happened. You got drops. Cam Coleman dropped a pass earlier in the game. Tight end dropped a pass on like 3rd and long. They say Jackson Arnold's holding the ball too long. Well, I mean, I counted, Coach, back when you and I played in the backyard, we had 3 Mississippis, I think.
That's true.
And I'm counting 1 Mississippi. But at number 76 is letting a guy come in there. I don't know when he's got to get rid of the football. Does he have to get rid of the football as he's backpedaling? I think we're kind of being too tough on Jackson to some extent. But then again, you've got they get down there. They're first and goal. They're up 14-10. They could gamble. They try to make it a 21-10 game, but they don't. They kick a field goal, which is okay. You got a 7-point lead. But then the defense, which has been playing great all year, gives up 30 yards in penalties on one play. One play.
Yeah.
There's a pass interference, and then there's an unnecessary roughness call. Okay, and then you get to the second overtime where they need a touchdown to tie the game, and it's 3rd and 6, and then he calls a draw play, which, I don't know. Maybe he's got a draw play that can gain 7 yards. I'm not sure. but he got 4. So now it's 4th down, and you've got to throw. So, of course, he's not going to have any time to throw the football. So there was just a whole bunch of silly things that were going on in that fourth quarter, which led you to believe that is this what we're going to have to deal with for like the rest of the year and next year and the next year. And so it's going to end. I just don't know when it's going to.
I think if he loses this game, I think it happens Sunday. I could be wrong because why would you keep waiting when you know all these other jobs are already open? And we could have, hell, I'm gonna tell you right now, you could have Oklahoma by the end of the year. I don't think so, but you could. You could have LSU. You could have South Carolina. There could be a lot more jobs coming open.
Plus, Florida's already open. If you want to be in the Lane Kiffin sweepstakes, you got to throw your.
Well, Lane ain't going there. He already turned it down.
But he wanted to go to Auburn the first time around, so
he turned that job down.
I know, but I thought
listen. And Kentucky Wildcats are coming to town November 1st. And you look at the schedule. You look at the schedule at the beginning of the year, and you could go, yeah, they got that. But Hugh Freeze is now 9-10 at
home.
Jordan-Hare.
That's what's going on.
9-10.
That's
There
unbelievable.
are only 3 coaches who have had losing records at home in their tenure. One of them is Brian Harsin. And I don't know the other guy, but only 3 coaches accused one.
Barfield? 9 and 10 at Jordan Hare. That's crazy.
Doug Barfield, probably.
No, it's some guy named Earl Wilson or something. I can't remember the name exactly.
Okay.
But it's supposed to be like a torrential downpour on Saturday in Arkansas, supposedly.
It
I
is.
mean, bad weather, so that would very much
That helps
favor
Auburn.
Auburn.
Yeah.
You think that favors Auburn?
100%.
Oh,
yeah. Arkansas likes to throw the ball over the field.
Now, here's another thing, too. Here's something that no one's talking about, but they're starting at center a 17-year-old guy.
Ooh.
17. They're losing a veteran who tore his ACL.
Probably their
and they're
best
starting
player.
A 17-year-old at center, and I don't know. I mean, look, I know Arkansas is not Tiger Stadium or, the Horseshoe or anything like that, but a 17-year-old in a game like that, in a must-win game like that, I mean, I don't know. I don't feel good about it.
I don't think Jackson Arnold does either.
Well, if they got to run the ball, Arkansas is number 2 in the SEC, averaging 225 yards a game.
Okay.
Auburn's 9th. They're averaging 162
So
yards a game.
does that give Arkansas the edge if it's bad weather over
The way I looked at it, because
if they're heavy
he does
run?
not like to consistently run the ball. This might force him to do that, and this might be the best looking Auburn we've seen this year.
Okay.
Just because there's times where you're like, why didn't he run the football? You're first and goal from the 6. Run the ball on first down. See what you can get out of it.
I say you score 24 points, you beat Auburn.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, Jeremiah Cobb, has shown some signs of greatness this year.
Yeah.
And this may be a game where, they kind of lean on him and try to get a big push up there from that offensive line and try to run the ball and win this thing that way.
Yeah, Auburn's only given up 17 points. Their defense is great.
It really is.
If they had an offense, they'd be undefeated right now. They got robbed. I will say this: they got robbed at Oklahoma. They got robbed at home. Hey, did they really suspend that officiating staff that did the Auburn-Georgia game?
I saw that story reported by Yellowhammer News. And,
I don't believe that.
Yeah, I know, and I've got I know someone who knows an SEC referee, but I'm telling you, these people really look after each other, and I know I was not going to get any information from him. I emailed the SEC office, and they said they don't comment on personnel matters, and so didn't get anything from them. But I'm not gonna put a story on TV that was sourced by Yellowhammer News.
There was an interesting interaction on Twitter with Mike Pereira. He's the guy they bring in for the consultation when they go to replay and stuff. He was going off on Cohen at Auburn, saying he got him fired and all this stuff, that this guy was a professional. Super weird interaction, really, just go read that. His name's Mike Pereira. He's an NFL ex-referee. So I found it to be true just from that interaction on Twitter, because he was all over Twitter arguing with Auburn fans, arguing with Florida fans. It was super weird. I didn't really understand what he was trying to do there, because the Georgia-Auburn game was a terribly officiated game. I think they had 11 calls that were disputed by both teams. It just wasn't Auburn. Kirby and them had an argument on the return touchdown. If that's not a touchdown for Auburn, it had to be a touchdown from Georgia. The timeout. It was just a mess. So they at least got suspended. I'm not sure what Yellowhammer. I thought it was Yellow when it was there for a second. But there was something that happened there, because Pereira's online just going off on people trying to argue for his guy.
No, yeah, and I totally get it. It was a horrible look for the league.
Yeah.
And in many situations like this, they'll give the crew a break. give them a couple of games off, so to speak. But I heard permanently suspended, but I haven't been able to confirm that.
He's had a lot of issues. And just real quick, because I know we got some time, but he's the one that did the Clemson-Ohio State game in 2019, where we had fumbled, returned the touchdown, they overturned it.
Wow.
Our guy thrown out. I mean, Ohio State fans were irate about that one.
I remember that.
Yeah, so that's the same crew, and he's had some history of some bad games. So,
Jeff, we got to take a break. Can we hold you over a little bit? Are you real busy?
Sure.
Okay, we'll hold you over. Let's talk about some of our great people. Come back and finish up with Jeff. You made a great point about the weather. I forgot about that. And we need to talk about that more because that could affect the game. I think that favor. I definitely think that favors Auburn.
I think so too, because they're not going to be good passes.
Right. Turbo Press Control #1. Patrick does a great job. You want that yard to look beautiful? He can make it happen. Locals taking care of locals. The guy's incredible. Listen to him every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Steve's Bike Shop over in the great city, right across the bridge on 23rd Street, right across from Sam's. They got electrical bikes like you wouldn't believe. They got used. They got new. They can do it all. They can repair them. Steve's Bike. You talking about local? They've been in business since 1979. He is incredible. He's also the swim coach at Mosey High School. Steve is in air conditions, not even close. Locals taking care of locals throughout the Panhandle of Florida. That's Stevenson Air Conditioning. Also, the legendary Chad Mitchell, 26 years on Bay County sidelines. We'll listen to him every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. One of the first doctors trained robotic surgery. The guy is incredible. Also, newbies, it's Bike Week. All these bikers are down. Look twice, be nice, be careful. Get down to newbies. They got tents everywhere, merchandise like you wouldn't believe, great entertainment. So all you people in town, head on down to the mothership. You'll be glad you did. And they've had huge crowds all week. It's been crazy. They bring a lot of money in, a lot of money. We'll be right back with Jeff, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Sports Blitz.
That loss is not on Carson Beck. They need to change things around a little bit. Man, we've got a humongous offensive line. Just mash folks. But you're running around trying to do everything out of shotgun. Let's line up and let's run the ball down their throat and then run some play action off of that.
The Sports Blitz.
Live and local, weekdays, 4 to 6.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party. You see that new welcome offer? Bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if you win. I think we got to jump on this.
What's John Daly think?
I think you got to grip it and rip it.
Grip it?
And rip it.
Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook. Roll with us. New players bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Payable in bonus bets, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 and up and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
CBC Construction is looking for a few good men. At CBC Construction, our greatest strength lies within our talented team. Join us and be a part of a dynamic company that values its people. We offer a tremendous opportunity to create a future for your family and the Florida Panhandle. CBC Construction is now hiring. Call us at 850-740-3815 or visit cbcconstruction.com to learn more. CBC Construction. Be part of a winning team.
Hi folks, it's Tracy with Tracy's Fine Jewelry and Coin and Bullion Reserves. Did you know that we do more than just sell some of the finest jewelry in town? We can engrave on your wedding band, locket, Yeti cup, or almost anything. Need your watch battery changed? We can do that too. Our expert will even evaluate your coin collection. And of course, we always pay top dollar for your old gold and silver jewelry. See, there's a lot more to Tracy's Fine Jewelry than a lot of pretty sparkly things. Come and see us today at Tracy's Fine Jewelry.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show.
I'm not prepared. I really am not prepared at all.
I hope you won't judge me on one email I sent 10 years ago.
My apartment smells of rich mahogany.
Live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest. We're talking about, we didn't break. We really looked at the, Kyle, read the forecast. Have you still got it?
So at Donald Reynolds Razorback Stadium, it's going to be 56 degrees, southeast winds at 12 miles per hour, and periods of rain and thunderstorms, very breezy in the morning with a 94% chance of precipitation.
Wow. Jeff, Arkansas's defense dead last in rushing defense. They give up 188.9 yards a game. That also helps Auburn, I think.
I do. When I looked at that, I was like, okay, this is a game that Auburn might actually just put the run game into place and see what they can do with that. And I think that might help Auburn.
Well, he talked about playing a different quarterback. Jeff, what do you hear? Do you think we'll see the true freshman from the great state of Mississippi?
Well, what they're hoping for is that Jackson Arnold can get off to good starts like he did against Georgia and like he did against Missouri, where they took the opening possession and just, went right down the field. Don't forget, this is the same quarterback who engineered an offense that was outgaining Georgia 238-20 until that bizarre play at the goal line. So that's the same quarterback. Ashton Daniels didn't do that. Deuce Knight didn't do that. Neither one of those guys engineered the drive that got him to the end zone in the first possession of the Missouri game. So people are attacking this guy, and again, I was watching the game, the other night, watching the replay, and I didn't really see that much wrong. He can't go out there and make the catch for Cam Coleman and for the tight end, to keep the drive going. He threw a beautiful 45-yard, rope, to Cam Coleman, to help get him down there in that first and goal. So I think this guy's catching way too much heat. Does he hold on to the ball too long? Yeah, on occasion he does. Does he take sacks when he doesn't need to? Yeah, he did a couple of times there. But again, the protection's got to be, much better too. And, we've been talking about the problems this offensive line has had for years, dating back to the Gus Malzahn era. So, I still got faith that this guy's, a pretty good quarterback.
All right, what's going to happen? 11:45, Auburn at Arkansas. How's this thing going to play out?
Well, first of all, I didn't appreciate the negativity when it came to the weather forecast. The way I like to look at it is,
Jeff,
there's a 6% chance of sunshine.
There you go.
There and yeah, but no, I think certainly weather could be a factor. You can go in and you can say, oh, it's a must win. They're fighting for this coach and all that stuff, but I don't know. You can look at Arkansas. First of all, how in the world is Bobby Petrino, back and coaching those guys? I have no idea how that happens. But I guess college football fans have a pretty short memory. But Bobby Petrino, he's fighting for his job too. So there's incentive there, for Arkansas to win. So to me, this is a big toss-up. I'll look at the line. And what is it? Is Auburn still favored by a point?
No, it flipped.
Arkansas is 2.5-point favorite right now.
2.5-point favorite. To me, it's a toss-up.
Yeah, it's a coin flip.
And, But I tell you this: I've seen Auburn go into situations like this before, like on the road at Arkansas, and just where you think that this team's dead in the water, and they come up with a performance, that you go, whoa, where was that? 3 games ago, 4 games ago. So I like Auburn to go in here and win this game, and I'm going to say it's going to be tight. I'm going to say it's going to be like 17-14, something like that.
And who you got winning?
I got Auburn winning.
War Eagle.
Okay, all right. Okay, I want to, before you leave, I just want to...
Hey, I want to ask him about Vanderbilt, his thoughts on that.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so, hey, Jeff, the Vanderbilt plays Missouri Saturday. So, the SEC has them ranked 8th in the SEC, but they're also national rankings is top 10. If they win against Missouri, is Vanderbilt not just a sleeper? Are they the real deal? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I think they're the real deal anyway. Regardless of what happens. But I think this is another chance to make a statement. And love Clark Lee. Man, I love the job he's doing with that team. Diego Pavia. I would take there are 2 quarterbacks right now in this country, and I'll probably say 3. I will put Julian Sayin up there because he's having a terrific year. But there are 2 quarterbacks in the SEC that I would take anywhere, any place to try to win a football game, and that's Ty Simpson and Diego Pavia, because those 2 guys are terrific leaders. They can just put teams on their back, and they can say, "Follow me," and we're going this way.
Yeah, let's go to war.
And they got great leadership, and so yeah. I mean, I like Vanderbilt winning that thing, and I mean, Vanderbilt looks very much like a playoff team right now.
I want to talk to you about the Florida job. What does Lane go, or does he get more money to stay at Ole Miss? And I'm telling you what, if the LSU job opens up, who knows? Maybe that one. What's your take on that? What do you think? Who's going to be the next coach at Florida?
Well, I mean, I think it's Lane Kiffin's job if he wants it. I think that the strike maybe against Lane is the fact that, you know, you can look at his resume at Ole Miss, and they haven't won the big game. You know, I mean, I know they beat Georgia last year and all that, but they also had some inexplicable losses, like losing to Kentucky at home and all that. You've got a fourth quarter lead. You got a fourth quarter lead against Georgia, and you've been able to pretty much do anything you want offensively, you know, with them. And then you get outscored 17-0 in the fourth quarter. You know, that probably doesn't sit very well with Ole Miss fans right now. But I think I've always thought Lane Kiffin would be a perfect fit in Florida, and I think this is the year it happens.
Okay, all right. We're here first. Does LSU come open this year?
Hello?
Does LSU
job come open this year?
No. I mean, to me, the buyout is way too much. I think they're stuck with him, you know, for at least another year. But boy, there's no question that, you know, he's underachieved there. I mean, I look back at last year and the fact that, you know, Alabama went in there and just destroyed those guys, and that there's just too. Now, you talk about offensive line issues. Poor Garrett Nussmeier, you know, having to play behind that offensive line. I mean, he's just beat up and banged up, and it's just that's been a tough go for him. But no, I mean, look, I bounced back and forth on this. You know, earlier in the year, I was off the Brian Kelly bandwagon, and then I jumped on it briefly until, you know, it hit another pothole and it knocked me off the bandwagon. So I'm completely off the bandwagon now. I will never get on it. I don't care how pretty it looks.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome.
Jason's been saying that for 3 years.
Day one.
So Jeff, with that same logic, you'd apply that to Florida State with Mike Norvell as well, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I mean, I think they've certainly got off to a great start, you know, beating Alabama. But my goodness, I mean, the drought, the ACC game drought is just like crazy, and I don't see it. Here's something. And by the way, Jimbo Fisher was at the Monday Morning Quarterback Club in Birmingham that day, and he left no doubts as to whether what he's going to be doing next year. He's not going to be an analyst for the ACC network.
No, he's coaching somewhere.
He's going to coach again. He's going to coach again. Look, Bobby Petrino's back at Arkansas. Does Florida State bring Jimbo Fisher back?
We talked about that this morning. Save him a lot of money.
That's not outside the realm of possibility here. So,
I mean, if you needed a 2-3 year stopgap and you needed a discounted coach that won a national championship, to me that would be a perfect fit for that scenario.
Hey, Jeff.
Yeah, I mean, how many coaches out there looking for work have won a national championship and coached the Heisman Trophy?
Very few.
He's making $7.5 million a year, so you don't have to pay him a lot.
Yeah.
Give him three. Right. Give him 3.5. Hey, listen, we appreciate you, man. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you next week, okay?
Hey, y'all have a good one.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you. All right, we're going to go ahead and start, guys. We got a lot to get done here in a short time. Michigan at Michigan State. Jim, who you like?
Michigan.
Jason?
Unfortunately, Michigan.
I've got Michigan.
But this is a very nasty rivalry right now, so they'll have a puncher's chance.
Oregon, I think, destroys Wisconsin.
It's going to be. Yes. If we had a running clock in college, there'd be one.
Yeah,
yes.
Everybody. Okay. Boston College at Louisville. I told you to watch out for them. Do they have a slip up? It's at home.
Very possibly, but I like Braum. I think he's a great coach.
Louisville.
Yeah.
Louisville.
Big.
Man, he schemed up that first half really well for them.
Louisville.
All right. Stanford, they won last week against FSU. Now it's changed. They're coming cross country. They're going to be at Miami. Anyway, Miami loses this ball game.
I don't see it.
No. And they're going to run the football and run the football and run the football even more.
Okay. I'll hold off on Missouri. No, let's do it. Missouri. This one I don't know, so I'll hold off on this one. Let's go to Kentucky and Tennessee. Tennessee's at Kentucky. Heartbreaking loss at Alabama. Kentucky had their heart ripped out. They had a game won. They outplayed Texas. Manning didn't do anything. Texas offense looked pathetic.
Kentucky's not going to let that happen again, kids. I'm here to tell you.
No,
so you got worse. Kentucky winning.
I got Kentucky.
You got Kentucky at home beating Tennessee. Who you got?
Wildcat, I picked Kentucky over the years.
Okay, that's good. Thank you.
And was always disappointed. That's all true, what you guys just said. Yeah, they should have won. Yeah, could have, should have, would have. I'm going Tennessee.
I'm going with Wildcat, the upset. Kentucky Blue.
All right.
Make it true.
You don't have to call it an upset.
You only got to score 21 points to beat Kentucky.
Rocky Top, baby.
Rocky Top. Tell you what, man. Tennessee in the past has made this Alabama loss. You go look at the history of it, and they lost to Bama next week. They usually lose. Not this time. They got a cupcake.
I don't see Stoops being there much longer.
I just made it up. I don't know if they lose after Alabama. I was just trying to make him mad. That look he gave me. All right, let's take a break. We get back. We'll finish up with these picks. We appreciate all of our wonderful sponsors. Beef Braised Lynn Haven, David Abs Jewelry. I love Russ and Amber down there. Of course, that Cajun plays. I'll be there at about 11 o'clock Saturday, getting ready to watch the Auburn Tigers play Arkansas. Also, Dr. Ward, Jason Kovaleski, Kyle Vandergriff, all these wonderful people. Max Fit Sports Nutrition, Vandy Roofing's incredible. Also, don't forget about Newbies, 4 wonderful locations. Dr. Chad Mitchell, Stevens Air Conditioning. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN. Taco Bell. Get out to Taco Bell today. Have a great lunch.
Go Tigers.
Go Tiger Sharks. Be right back.
Mornings on ESPN Northwest Florida just got unsportsmanlike.
He doesn't play well on the field, and he causes headlines off the field. Tua this year has been a disaster. Someone told him, I'm convinced, you've got to be a vocal leader. Well, if you're not a vocal leader naturally, you can't just become one overnight and just start talking for the sake of your voice being heard. Tua should not play one more snap ever again for the Miami Dolphins.
Evan, Canty, and Michelle. Weekdays 5 to 7 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Friday's weather. This afternoon and evening there will be a gentle breeze out of the east, sunshine and 82. Mostly clear skies tonight, cooler at 63. Tomorrow, partly sunny and a moderate breeze right around 13 miles per hour with a high of 80. About the same at 79 Sunday, and we'll have a mixture of some clouds and light sprinkles. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Mid-South Lumber, where they treat you like family. Locally owned and serving the residents of Bay County for over 45 years. See Mid-South Lumber for all of your DIY projects, including windows, doors, siding, lumber, and millwork. Are you building a new home? Bring your contractor in to Mid-South Lumber and meet with a member of their sales team to discuss your framing, siding, windows, and doors. Mid-South Lumber, the biggest little lumber yard in Panama City. 717 West 11th Street.
No tricks, only treats. Krispy Kreme Donuts unleashes spectacular new trick-or-treat donuts. So good, it's scary. Whether hosting a haunted bash, a hayride, or carving a pumpkin, this Halloween, stop by Krispy Kreme Donuts with 2 locations in front of HCA Hospital, 23rd Street, Panama City, and the Ross Clark Circle in Dothan. Since 1937, Krispy Kreme Donuts, where you get them hot.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local from the J. Michael Studio.
Boss, I got good news and bad news. What's the bad news? Your hat's on fire.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Don't forget we got Bike Week going on. Get out, newbies, have a great time. All you bikers, the mothership, all kind of tents set up, merchandise, entertainment. You'll love it. Be careful, look twice, be nice. All right, let's get into it. Texas at Mississippi. I'm going to tell you what now. Don't be surprised Mississippi State wins this football game. If Texas offense struggles like they did against Kentucky, Mississippi State will beat them at home. Jim, who do you like, Texas or Mississippi State?
That's all true, but it's hard for me to pick the Stark Vegas over Texas. I'm going to go Texas.
Jason Kowaleski.
Yeah, I got Texas in that defense, man.
Oh, wait, Jim's got Texas. Okay.
Texas as well.
Everybody going, no, hey, nobody listen. Nobody listened. Y'all don't regret that. I got Texas. All right, here we go. This is going to be a game, man. Ole Miss at Oklahoma. Offense versus defense. Now, I don't know what the weather's going to be like there. This is going to be played.
I'll go first. I'm going to go Oklahoma.
It's at Oklahoma?
At Oklahoma.
Okay, Oklahoma.
So you say Lane Kiffin lose two games in a row. You going to Oklahoma?
It is what it is.
Did it last year, so.
Who you going with?
I'm going Oklahoma at home. I mean,
another Oklahoma.
Defense is, especially at home, 11
Come on,
a.m.
Kyle.
game.
Oklahoma. Yeah, at home for sure.
I'm going Ole Miss. I mean, that's the way I can get ahead of you guys. I'm gonna go Ole Miss. All right, Alabama at South Carolina.
Alabama all
Big.
day. That's not going to be a game.
Roll.
This is a pad my Heisman stats game.
Right.
These last three games are critical for different reasons. Missouri at Vandy.
Now, this one I've been struggling with.
I'm with you. I don't know. It's at Vandy.
It's at Vandy.
Matter? Does it matter? Usually more people.
I really like Missouri's run game, and I'm just not
Missouri
sold.
finds ways to win.
They do. But Vandy played Alabama just as tough as anybody in the country, and their run games are really solid as well. I'm going to take Vandy at home.
I'm going Vandy at home.
Kyle?
Vandy at home, people. I'm a Pavia fan.
Oh, man,
I'm not some fair weather
I was told
Vanderbilt Commodore, okay?
We had a
Like
special
you,
guest
Hale.
yesterday, Bill Solomon. He got all kind of extra Missouri. He said, you better pick Missouri. He thinks they're going to get it done.
I was wrestling with this.
The only reason I'm going Missouri, I look at the quarterback position. I think their quarterback's better than Missouri's. I'm gonna go Vandy.
That's the only reason I picked it, because I think Missouri's
That's the only
defense is really good. They got Damon Wilson. Their pass rush is I
actually
second
think
SEC.
Missouri's defense is better.
I think so too, and I'm not sold on their quarterback though, to be honest. That's
And
my
Jeff
biggest
Spiegel made a good point. I mean, Pavia, he is a leader.
You got to kill that guy to beat him.
Yeah.
He's like Johnny Football.
He's a seventh-year senior. I mean, what can you say?
He's 28 years old.
And he's
mom's
petitioning
hot.
the NCAA for another year again.
I want to play 9 years.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with Jeff on them not firing Brian Kelly. LSU, they can get the money up to fire a coach. They've done it in the past. And
A lot of people go
they
to college
fire
for
you
7
quicker.
years. Yeah, they're called doctors.
Yeah, they fire them quickly there.
They got the money.
Yeah.
It just depends on if they.
I think he's coaching for his job. He loses.
Who are they playing?
They got A&M at home, but it's at night. Then they got Alabama the next week. The next game.
LSU, for some reason, reminds me a lot of Auburn. I don't see them scoring more than 21 points in a game right now. I mean, their offensive line's in shambles. They can't run the ball consistently. The quarterback doesn't look very good.
All right, now they went up to Notre Dame and was fortunate to win that game.
But they did score 44 points on a really good defense.
They just gave up a lot of points to Arkansas last week. That was a close game to Arkansas.
But can LSU score like that? I don't see it. I got A&M. I think they have
A&M for me.
Their wide receivers are incredibly explosive. So
A&M. Kyle, what do you think, man?
A&M.
No love for LSU. 3 losses. That's hard to believe they'd lose that many in a row.
Yeah, I don't care for Brian Kelly. I think he's garbage.
I'm going to go A&M too. It seems to be their year. They've been winning these close games.
I think I read a stat. They haven't won a game when Whit Weeks hasn't played, which is their middle linebacker. So I think he's out this week. So that defense is going to struggle again.
All right, let me ask you this. Is this his last game at Auburn if he loses?
100%. He's gone Sunday.
I don't know if it's his last game. They fire him Sunday. I mean, but I agree with him.
He's getting Napiered.
The process will start. The money will start.
Win
being raised.
or lose.
Yellowwood will be signing a check here soon.
All right, Auburn at Arkansas. The weather could be a factor.
Man, I wrestled with this one too.
If you take the weather out and look at all the statistics, it's offense versus defense, strength against strength. Is Auburn's offense good enough to slow them down? And the same thing, Arkansas's defense is weak, and Auburn's offense is weak.
I came here talking all that smack. I would never pick Auburn again, and now I'm flip-flopping. Feel like a
It's at
Democrat here.
Arkansas, though.
Well, I won't pick it for you. Arkansas takes this
Let me
one.
tell you another thing to look at. When Petrino's been coached there before, every time he's played Auburn, he's only lost to him one time. He's 3-1 versus Auburn.
Yeah, Arkansas, I mean, at home, nasty weather, Arkansas. It's going to be a super low-scoring game. I agree with Jeff's analysis of the score, but I think it's going to be opposite. I think it's going to be 17-14 Arkansas.
You're going Arkansas.
I'm ready to get hurt again. Give me Auburn. I think it's going to force them to run the football game. No, I think they have the way better defense.
Glutton for punishment.
I think they have overall way better talent. I think if they're forced to run the ball, which the weather might make them do,
Have
that
you
they're going to
watched
look like
Arkansas?
I've watched Auburn every game. I've watched a little bit of Arkansas. I think Auburn's way more talented. They just make some dumb mistakes. They don't make those halftime adjustments that you just
Give me
see.
Arkansas.
Oh,
Arkansas is
21 points.
Arkansas is 2-5. So, acting like this.
They've lost every
Auburn's
game.
3-4.
I know.
Arkansas
knocking
lost
your
every
pick.
game by one possession. They could very easily.
This could be 5 in a row.
Yeah. So you're going to go.
I'm going to stick with Auburn.
All right.
Arkansas, you only got to score 21 points. There's no way Auburn will
Jim
score
Brandt's
21.
saying Arkansas at home, which makes sense. Kyle
Razorbacks.
Vandegrift says Arkansas at home, which makes sense. And you're going to go
Auburn.
This is the third time you've asked him. What are you trying to do over there? What mind games you doing, Hale?
Jedi mind trick.
Come on, Coach.
I got War Damn Eagle. Auburn's going to get it done, baby. Auburn on the road.
He thought he was
Hey,
going
we may
to
lose,
pick
but
one up
somebody
on
buy
us.
us a beer at that Cajun place for that one.
There you go. All right. You and I got Auburn.
Yeah.
Dang, man.
Again.
That's what we got this week. Is Ohio State off?
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's it. How much time we got? We're going to leave early today. It's Friday. Let's go, guys. Come on. No, here we go. I wanted to get this in sometime this week. I write them down, never get to go over them. I really like Saturdays down south. Here's what they say is going to happen. In the Rose Bowl, the number 1 seed, the Ohio State Buckeyes, is going to play the winner of 8-9. Sugar Bowl, they got Bama in there. I don't see the other ones now. Orange Bowl, Indiana, that means they only get one loss, and that's to the Buckeyes. Cotton Bowl, they got 11-1 Georgia in there, not playing. Well, that's they don't play in the SEC championship game.
Right.
They get. I'm not sure the committee's going to do that or not, but that's what they think. First round games, you got Texas A&M at home, 5 seed versus number 12 Tulane. Tulane's head coach, an article I saw early this morning, is being rumored to be the next coach at Auburn.
There's a big game that we haven't talked about. Memphis and South Florida this weekend's a big game for that 12 spot.
I ain't listening to that. Oregon versus Georgia
South
Tech.
Florida.
You got Texas Tech versus Notre Dame. Miami versus Ole Miss. That's what they say. How much time?
Hold on. Before we get out of here, I want to do a quick plug for the Arnold boys soccer team.
Yes, sir. Anything with Arnold, do it.
October 30th, 7 p.m., Panama City Comedy. This is going to be at the Cap Manderson's Event Center. There'll be a raffle, silent auction, costume contest. The proceeds benefit the Arnold boys soccer team.
Lord.
Back-to-back state
Time out.
champions.
I just got a huge text in here. You know this man. He said, you better take Arkansas. This was from Dennis Bush.
There you go.
He knows.
Coach Bush.
He knows. Jason, real quick.
Max, 23rd Street and Pier Park North.
Oh, you too late.
We're out. Too bad. Arnold boys soccer.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Dan Patrick Show.
The Dolphins, I said that this was the must-win game of the weekend in the NFL, in my opinion, because I thought Mike McDaniel needed to win this